As we move into 2026, this channel is about helping artists build sustainable businesses with clarity, responsibility, and integrity, not pressure or hustle. So let's begin. There's something that often shows up right after an artist stops waiting and starts taking responsibility. It isn't confidence, and it isn't certainty, and it isn't clarity. It's confusion. And this is the moment where a lot of artists quietly assume they have done something wrong, when in reality, they may have just done something right for the first time. That's what I want to talk to you about today. When you're waiting on the sidelines, everything feels deceptively simple. Ideas stay theoretical, plans stay clean, your vision feels intact because it hasn't been tested yet. The moment you step into responsibility, when you post, reach out, clarify, follow up, the system responds. And what it usually gives you first is not validation. It gives you friction. Questions start surfacing. Doubts get louder. Things feel messier than you expected. This is where many artists misinterpret what's actually happening. They think confusion means failure, but most of the time, the confusion is feedback. Confusion doesn't mean you're off track. It usually means you're no longer guessing from the sidelines. You're inside the process. Waiting keeps things quiet. Responsibility makes things noisy. But that noise is where discernment begins. You can't refine what you haven't tested. You can't clarify what you haven't expressed. You can't learn what you refuse to engage. This is why we don't rush past foundations inside artists and business. Responsibility comes first, then friction, then clarity. Clarity doesn't arrive as a lightning bolt. It forms slowly through contrast, response, and refinement. There's also an emotional layer here that is so important to name. When you start engaging for real, you're no longer protected by potential. You're visible to yourself, and that can feel uncomfortable, even destabilizing. But discomfort isn't a sign that you should retreat. It's often a sign you've entered the learning field. This is where artists either stay engaged long enough for clarity to form, or they retreat back into waiting, planning, and getting ready. Only one of those paths leads to momentum. If things feel more confusing right now than they did a few weeks ago, pause before assuming something's wrong and ask instead, what information is trying to reach me? We're still working from practice number 1 intentionally. If you haven't worked through responsibility before readiness, I created a short companion guide to help you reflect on where you might be waiting and how to stay engaged without pressure or hustle. You'll find the link below. Confusion isn't failure, it's orientation. So, in the comments below, please share one area where right now, because of taking a specific action, you felt like you did something wrong, or you got confused, or you felt like you had to freeze because you didn't know what to do next. Let's look at that together and see what the next best steps could be for you to keep the momentum going. If this way of thinking about building an art business resonates with you, you're welcome to subscribe here. I share new conversations and practices regularly, and I can't wait to share the next ones with you.